like, you probably got spirits attached to you. That's the problem.
Oh, I mean, just last episode, you said you carry around ghosts in your pocket. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of
ESPOOKYS Talk.
That's right, guys. We are back here on Friday, the 26th, which, by the way, is a palindrome.
Ooh, that's exciting.
62626.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. My name is Arturo Noriega, and I am here, as always, with the one, the only, our resident bruja herself, Eva.
Greetings, beautiful weirdos, witches, and cosmic wonders. Welcome to your ESPOOKYS Cosmic Forecast. I know, I'm working on an intro. I think I like that one best. It's time to grab your favorite drink because the universe has a clear message for us all. Loving the sound effects. The new moon in Cancer encourages reflection of yourself within your home. Your home is bringing attention towards your family, nostalgic memories, your intuition, and the hidden chambers of your heart. Don't be surprised if old memories resurface, dreams linger longer than usual, and your intuition starts to whisper louder than your logic. Today's energy feels like walking through the house in the dark. We know where everything is, but it feels different because it's harder to see, harder to navigate. And honestly, we should probably be asleep or turn on a light. If you truly want to move forward with life and live in your best life, you have to let go of the past.
Let it go.
It's vital that you take time to encounter the older versions of yourself that need acknowledgement. It's nice to look back, but it's important to move forward. This can look like old goals that need to be revisited, or welcoming change with an embracing mindset. So these spooky vibes in the air are screaming with repeating numbers. Remember to take note of what you were thinking when you saw them. Look them up. We all have Google or any other search engine of your choice to see how it resonates for you.
I miss Ask Jeeves.
Whomever, whatever works best for you. I'm actually excited for this universal sign. You might notice a song that suddenly reminds you of someone from your past. Be sure to show gratitude for the lessons that came with meeting that person. If you dream of water, houses, kitchen, grandparents, or childhood homes, why is your past trying to tell you? Is it something that you need to resolve in order to move forward? Is it a current stagnant energy for you? Are you having unexplained feelings of nostalgia? Take 5 minutes in some deep breath work and ask yourself, why do I feel this way? It could be the stagnant energy trying to be released. But don't worry, Weirdo Collective. This isn't our past haunting us. It's the Cancer energy opening emotional doorways to help us heal into the best versions of ourselves. If none of this applies to you today, that's okay. You've already done the work. Proud of you. Regardless, all of us are going to feel a little extra sensitive today. Small comments can hit hard. Emotions may seem longer than the situation warrants. Before reacting, ask yourself, am I responding to today or am I responding to an old wound? The answer might surprise you. And back by popular demand, the love forecast.
Oh, love is in the air. I love it. All right.
So I think the best way to approach this so that everybody's happy, because I care about our audience, is by putting it in 3 categories. So if you are currently single, like me,
and ready to mingle,
someone who has been quietly observing you might start to show interest. This isn't flashy. It's not some whirlwind romantic energy, but the kind of energy that slowly pulls up a chair and asks about your day. Pay attention to consistency over chemistry. And those are for the people who are looking for love. If you're looking for something else, use your best judgment.
You do you, is what she's saying. You do you.
You do you. Whatever makes you happy. That's what life's about. If you are currently talking to someone, today's energy favors vulnerability. A meaningful conversation could reveal where things are actually headed. Don't force the future. Simply allow people to show you their true colors. That's such great advice.
It is good advice. You should apply that in other places too, everyone.
Not just in love. If you're lucky enough to have a partner, comfort and emotional safety become the true love language. Here's a gentle reminder that small gestures like a check-in text, making dinner together, or cuddling truly strengthens a partnership. A cosmic reminder to humanity. The right connections won't leave you guessing. You will be confident in your most authentic self and leave you feeling supported and empowered. Love grows best when you feel safe enough to be fully seen. And that's the end of the love section for all our weirdos out there.
Do love.
I think we all do. I do believe that love can heal. So I think we all feel that way. And that's why it's so popular. So there it is. The spirits of the past are knocking on the door to frighten you or digress your progress. But rather than help you find your confidence, your trust, your voice, or perhaps the missing piece of your heart, open the door cautiously. What belongs to you is finding its way home. As the emotional doorways open, you get to choose the outcome of your life. Choose wisely. This concludes our cosmic forecast. Yay!
Yay.
I know it was long, but thanks for hanging in there.
That wasn't long. That wasn't long at all. And you said some things that really, I don't know. Every time you do the cosmic forecast, I always reflect and go like, is she talking about me? Is that me? Who told her stuff about me? But this time it was about you because we had a conversation earlier. I'm not going to bring it up, but you were like, let him sit down and tell you what up. Like, okay, I like it. I like it.
I just think that this episode is actually going to be really vulnerable.
I think this episode is going to really strike a chord with a lot of people because what we're about to talk about tonight, guys, has a lot to do, at least with people that I know, that has to do with their pasts and their experiences and their stories that they tend to tell. All seem to revolve, well, not all, but vast majority seem to revolve around our topic.
Yeah. It could be sensitive for some people. And I just want to remind you that this is for entertainment purposes. Like it's a table talk. It's a discussion.
Parental guidance is suggested, guys.
And we mean it with the utmost love and respect.
With that said, Eva.
Yes.
Have you ever heard the sound of children laughing when there were no children around?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. Maybe you've caught a glimpse of a small figure standing at the end of a hallway. I know that's happened to me. And it only seems to vanish when you look back again. Well, across the world, everyone, there are chilling stories of ghostly children appearing in abandoned homes, dark forests, old schools, even lonely roads. Some seem lost and searching for help, but others carry a far more sinister presence. Tonight, guys, we are going to step into the shadows and explore encounters with the spirits of children. Children who, according to witnesses, never truly left this world. Are these innocent souls trapped between worlds? Are they echoes of tragic events long forgotten? Or something far darker, just pretending to be a child?
But before we dive in, I want to ask our lovely audience, have you ever experienced children telling you they see things beyond the veil? If so, please share your stories with us. And our email is
ESPOOKYSTALK. That is spookiestalk@gmail.com. Or you can just click on the link right there in our bio, guys, and send us a message directly. I know David is. David's been hitting us up.
Yay, shout out to David.
Quickly coming back to our number one fan. So
we love that for him.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I think you deserve some stickers.
I do. Oh, I can't even tell everybody because they're not even here yet. But guess what, guys? I just ordered some new stickers. I haven't even told you yet. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
They're glow in the dark.
Ooh, that's what we've been missing. Even the lights came on.
Even the lights just turned on. Something going on. Glow in the dark is obviously striking a chord with whatever's around here.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. No, I love that. Okay, well, you know what to do if you want one.
The question that I have for you, though, is why? Why do so many ghostly stories feature children? Why do young kids seem more likely than adults to report seeing strange things, creepy crawlies, strange figures? And what are some of the most chilling stories of ghostly children ever told? Because we're going to start telling some of those stories tonight. Tonight's big thing that we're going to be focusing on are ghostly children.
Oh, dude, I was nervous. I started thinking about all the times that I've seen children.
Even Lori's on the couch with her arms up in the air and yes.
In suspense. I was like, you caught me off guard.
It's such a...
I think it has to do with our culture.
I think it's cultural for sure, but I also think that it's innocence, and the fact that when you see something creepy, something disturbing, something that kind of sticks with you, resonates with you, that it takes away some of that innocence. And we, as adults now, oh, by the way, guys, I just had a birthday. Thank you for the shout outs,
Happy birthday.
Hey. Lori and I went to Hard Rock up in Sac and we're killing it, drinking all the soda. Because they were taking our money at the tables, but man, I think I had 16 Dr. Peppers. It was awesome.
Then how many Cokes and how many Sprites?
I'm telling you.
You got to switch it up,
Absolutely.
Get your money's worth.
But, being a little bit of an older person, I look back and we see these children. And I think that the big thing it does is not only do we see the children for what they're seeing, and we're trying to justify and kind of figure out what they're going on in their head, I think for me at least, it brings back memories.
I mean, going back to episode 1, we talked about La Llorona and how that was used to kind of install fear, right? At the end of the day, but I hate to put it that way because it's
it's so true though.
It's coming from a place of love, and you do have to be aware.
It's to curb behaviors.
You can't,
right?
You can't go around just mindlessly walking in the dark. You don't know what's hiding out there,
especially by the river.
But I do also think that children are spiritually sensitive.
Yes,
because they're still moving from their vivid imagination and understanding the world around us, that I do think they still have, because I believe in limbo and there being a veil of between our reality and the spiritual world. So I think that they're able to see it. And I think we eventually grow out of it. And again, it's that we all can, but we grow out of it because we choose to be more grounded to earth.
Do we grow out of it though? See, that's a question that I think that is one that we should be talking about and asking ourselves, because do we grow out of it, or is it just our surroundings and how we're brought up that people instill into us that this is what this is? If I give you an example. If you grow up in the church, then it's faith, it's God, it's those things, right? If you don't grow up in the church, but let's say you grew up, with, your tia who's a bruja, right? Then it could be other types of spiritual things, Right. I think that your surroundings kind of dictate and kind of guide your beliefs. And that's true of everything,
A little bit of nurture versus nature.
But I think that children have yet to have those tough discussions. They're still open to the possibilities because they don't have that blinders on yet that focuses them on one particular subject, one particular reasoning for what's going on.
I do like that. I think that's a really good perspective.
I think that you can, and I think that people like you, great example, because you have the light, you have the gift, you have the don.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that opens you up to being more acceptive to everything that's around you, and you're more observant and things. And I think that I have more blinders on, I'm not going to lie, but I'm poking little holes. Because I feel something. I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen to me all the time, but I think that it might have a lot to do with our surroundings, with our,
Well, I think where the moon is in alignment right now, that maybe people can pop open the little door.
Yeah, let's do it.
And see what today brings for them. But I do think it's also cultural beliefs. Like, one of the things that I think as a Mexicana is just so beautiful is how much we honor those that have passed on, and in remembrance. And I know you feel the same way.
Of course.
And I just know that that's one of the reasons why, like, if children do see that they see a loved one that has passed on, it's not scary to us. It's more of like, are they okay? We want to know if they're okay. Are they happy? And I think we go about it that way. And with that, I think it's time to talk about some stories.
Well, I just know that we all know that we research and do stuff, for each one of these episodes, but that throughout history, reports of ghostly children, they appear in every culture, every single culture. Paranormal investigators have often noted that a lot of these alleged hauntings involve like sounds associated with children. You can hear laughter, you can hear footsteps, you can hear toys moving, on their own. The sight of a young figure standing, they're usually smaller. And that's why a lot of people say they're childlike,
right,
or they're duendes, are small creatures, or, maybe they're all children. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But there are several theories about why children appear so frequently. And when we talk about all of these things, you got to ask yourself, why do children also report seeing ghosts more often? Like you were just saying right now, one of the other things that I think is, I don't think they know yet. They don't know that that's odd.
Right.
They don't know that seeing your great grandmother standing over your crib is supposed to be bizarre and funky.
Right. There's no bias yet.
Thank you.
I got you.
Yes.
We're a team.
Stories like that have fueled belief in children. So they're just more sensitive to spirits.
I
just think they're just more sensitive.
Now that you brought that up, I want to take a moment to share a personal experience.
Please do.
May my grandmother rest in peace, but I remember being at her rosario, which is where we pray for her body to find its way to heaven. It's one of my favorite things to be a part of. And I remember when no one was seated next to me, because my mom was up in the front and I didn't want to be that close. So I was seated behind her, but by myself. And then my brother was with my father towards the back. When no one was seated next to me, she was next to me. And so I was still, and I was like 10. I still couldn't fully understand why no one else could see her. And her message to me was to tell my mom that she was okay.
Wow.
That she had made it.
Wow.
And that she was happy with my grandpa. But it's like at the same time that frightened my mom. Totally freaked her out.
Of course.
And she was like, please don't repeat that to anyone else.
Ever.
And here I am sharing with everybody, right? So I definitely understand how startling that could be, right?
Yeah.
Especially since my mom's emotions were probably really heightened. It's probably the last thing she wanted to hear that night. But I know after that, she definitely felt a sense of relief.
That's good.
That all the prayers were helping, like a confirmation.
Yeah.
But I just...
Do you mind me asking how old you were?
I was 10.
10, see?
So like 10 years old. So still not realizing, like you mentioned, like not realizing that that's not normal.
Of course.
That not everybody saw her sitting next to me.
I mean, it's crazy because even though you have kind of those memories, you yourself, and then I've heard some different things and explanations from others, and their accounts remain a little bit more difficult to explain,
Yeah.
It fascinates people. The fact that children are so open to things fascinates people. And it's not just people like you.
No,
what I mean by that is the ghostly apparitions themselves, the figures themselves sometimes are children. So I have a cousin who purchased a house here in Mountain View.
Okay.
Now this was a long time ago.
Older house. Okay.
And it was definitely an older house. It was one of them there fixer-uppers, if you want to call it that, right? Like they had built on like a second story, and you could tell. Can I say this? Can I say this? Yeah, I don't think it had permits and stuff. It didn't look so stable. Anyways, so they bought the house, and it was a little weird because they moved into this house, and after arriving, they had my cousin. So it was my cousin's kid, right? It was around 5 or 6. Began talking about a boy who stood on the top of the stairs every night. Super bizarre, right?
Yeah.
Now, my cousins and stuff assumed that they were just maybe an imaginary friend, a little something.
Yeah.
It's a new house. It's got to be something.
Definitely, just took it as, oh, my child just has an overactive imagination.
Absolutely.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Trying to be supportive.
But he was like, no. It's a little boy. And he never speaks. He just stands and stares from the top of the stairs. And then one evening, my cousin heard little footsteps running across the second floor. But everybody was downstairs in the living room. So he went up and he investigated, and there was nothing up there. He found literally nothing. Searched every room. Nothing. So now they finally have enough money, so they're going to start fixing up the joint, right? And in one of the closets upstairs, they found a small box, right? And in the box was stupid stuff. Just a couple old pictures, things like that, right?
Okay.
But my cousin's kid pointed at one of the pictures and goes, oh, there he is.
There's a little boy.
That's the boy who stands at the top of the stairs. True story. I to this day, I'm telling you. Now, how many times have I been in that house in my life? 6.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not like...
Didn't visit a lot. Okay.
No. And I can't... And it was a long time ago. I can't tell you that I felt creepiness in that house.
But something.
But it had to be something.
You just knew.
It had to be something. No little kid, 5 or 6, like, oh, no, check this out. See that picture right there? That's him. And immediate recognition, that's the boy at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, because that's what he sees. To him, it's his truth.
Yeah.
That just reminds me of my godson when he was really little. I want to say he was barely learning to speak, right? I want to say about 3 years old. I was staying at my aunt's house with him, and he tended to pull my clothing to get my attention. And I was like, hey, what's wrong? And it was always after 9, once the sun has set. And he would be like, Nina, there's a woman in the hallway.
No.
And she doesn't let me sleep. And you would think this is an occurrence that happened once, but it wasn't. It happened multiple nights when I would stay over, because my aunt lived by where I went to school. And it was just so bizarre, because it's I'm like, who else have you told? And he's like, only you. You're the only one who believed me.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like,
oh my gosh.
Okay, where is she right now? And he's like, over here. And he again, would always pull me by my clothing. And so I just stood in the hallway and I was like, leave my godson alone. I need you to leave him alone. Go away. And then, after that, I didn't hear about it anymore. So I'm hoping that she got the hint, but I wonder what he was seeing.
I mean, no clue.
The house is near a river.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm thinking he was seeing La Llorona.
Man, he could have got swooped up on.
So I'm glad he told me.
No, that's...
But...
There are too many things out there that I just don't understand.
Yeah.
And there's stuff out there. I mean, how many people be seeing the same type of thing and it'd be nothing? Energy is infinite.
Yeah.
So who knows? There was a story that I was reading about when I was doing my research. Now, this didn't happen to anybody that I know.
Okay.
Right. And all it said in this story that there was a security guard. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he worked near a schoolyard. And he reported hearing children's voices after dark. Now, he just thought and assumed teenagers were on the playground, running around, just acting a fool. Each and every time that he investigated, the playground was empty. So one night, he finally saw a small figure that he thought was a child swinging slowly on one of the swings in the swing set.
Yeah.
So he approached to see if this kid was okay. He heard a noise and looked away. And when he looked back at the swing set, the figure was gone. But the swing was still swinging. Needless to say, everyone, he quit that night.
He said, ready, set, bye-bye.
1, 2, 3, bye-bye. Whether it was exhaustion, imagination, something strange, I don't know, man. He refused to patrol that area anymore, and he quit. He got reassigned, something like that, but yeah.
I mean, he obviously sensed something.
There's a lot of stories like that.
And just didn't want to be a part of it.
There are a lot of
I
stories
respect that.
Of places that children would frequent. Let's start with playgrounds.
Yeah.
And that there's quite a few different stories and things and documented stories of like playground equipment, the merry-go-rounds, the swings, a set of 3 swings and only one is swinging.
Yeah.
And there's no wind.
There's no wind.
Stuff that just doesn't seem possible.
Yeah, because you're like, okay, where's the logic in this?
Absolutely.
How is it still swinging?
It's quite bizarre. It's quite bizarre. And then a lot of those places are now deemed the devil's playground. Because people don't understand.
Yeah, I'm like, when fear takes over, our initial instinct is survival. And so the first thing we think of is, oh, it must be bad.
Well, there is a little stretch of prairie outside of Calgary in Canada. And the locals claim that there was a terrible, terrible tragedy that happened there a century ago. According to the legend, there was a small rural schoolhouse. It stood alone, endless grass, all this stuff, right? And a fire broke out with the children still inside.
No.
They say that the blaze spread so quickly that it made escape just impossible. By the time that help arrived, the schoolhouse was just ash and rubble. So now historians debate whether that event actually happened.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
But the people that live in the area claim 100% that it did. And years later, people passing through that area began reporting super strange experiences. Drivers claimed that they saw children standing beside the road in the darkness. Others would stop to help and the figures would just vanish. And then some people say they hear laughter. Distant laughter, like with the wind and things like that. And they would look across the fields and there'd be nobody out there.
Oh my goodness.
But the most chilling accounts came recent. And it's with some teenagers who just, kind of hanging out, visiting after dark, checking it out, ghost hunting, whatever you want to call it, right? They described hearing footsteps literally circling them, surrounding them. And they claimed that there were small handprints that appeared on the dusty car windows and stuff when they ran to their car. And a few swear that they saw a line of children all holding hands in the moonlight and then disappearing when the headlights hit that area. Yeah. Don't know if the spirits are echoes of tragedy. Are they legends transformed? Who knows? But the locals have always called that area the Devil's Playground.
Oh,
I know.
I just think of children that are earthbound, right? They're kind of stuck here. That's so sad, though. But there's no danger, no immediate danger to them. But
maybe not to them. What about those poor kids in the schoolhouse?
That's what I'm saying. That's through that trauma, they're probably stuck there.
That residual energy.
Yeah.
Because energy is
infinite.
We talked about a devil's playground or a devil's tramping ground. Do you remember that story?
I don't.
It was just a couple episodes ago when we were talking about a place in the forest of North Carolina. There's a big circle and that nothing grows in that circle.
That's right.
All the grass comes up and everything's super lush nearby, but nothing grows in that circle because for generations, the locals have called it the devil's tramping ground. And the legend says that every single night, Satan himself walks around that circle planning the world's misfortunes. And his footsteps are said to be poison to the soil, preventing anything living to take root and grow from there. And that they say that hunters report dogs refusing to enter that area. People camp there, you know, and stuff, say that there's heavy footsteps, there's crazy stuff, there's packed belongings and stuff that just move around, just crazy things that when they wake, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like something's there and then it's gone.
Yes.
You're like, what? What just happened? There was something there.
Oh, man. We got to go there.
Yeah, I would like to explore it. That would be a good idea. We're always talking about these trips, but we need to actually put some in the books.
Well, you know, we were on one.
We did. I have a story about a child who was telling his mom that he saw a lady in a blue dress when she used to live here. The young boy insisted that the lady was sitting in a rocking chair in the corner of the living room. But she never moved. She just sat there. It's as if she was watching TV, and sometimes she would even talk to the little boy, and the boy would be smiling. The parents just assumed it was an imaginary friend.
They always do.
And the boy started learning things he shouldn't know about. He knew her name, the details about the house. Yeah, like details that are just like, what? Like, where'd you see that? You don't even know how to read yet. And even about how the house had a fire. One day, the boy just stopped talking to the chair. And, you know, the mom was concerned. That was wasn't the norm. And when she asked where he was, the boy replied, she found her home again. Later, the family learned that the home was built over the remains of the burned down boarding house. And the woman was never identified.
See?
It just brings me joy because it's nice to know that other children in the world were seeing what I was seeing. Gives me validation. So that's how I'm taking it.
You said it brings you joy, and I'm like, it freaks me out. Because everyone has a brighter flashlight than me. I don't like that. Oh my gosh, man.
But I mean, it's nice that the woman found, you know, the home.
I mean, I'm sure.
And I wonder if she had like any children in that boarding house, and that's why, like, she was looking for, you know, probably her son. Again, now I'm just speculating, but
it's strange that so many of these stories have similarities, because things like places of tragedy have happened, the boarding house, the schoolhouse that burned down, all these different areas and things like that. I think that somehow it's true that the energy kind of just can't escape.
Yeah.
When you get stuck there, you're stuck. And when you're trying to communicate, you're trying to manifest something, you know, who knows what they're trying to do. But I think that the similarities in the story give it validation, just like you were saying.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But another thing I was thinking about is the children who claim to remember their past lives. To details that are terrifying even to me. Like, I can't quite remember what show it was on. Okay. I know you watch a lot more paranormal shows.
I do watch a lot of paranormal shows.
So I was hoping you could help me with this since I'm going based off memory. But it was a boy, and he's an only child, And then he's with his parents, and his parents are all about it. They're very supportive. And so they go to a different city, and it's like an hour away or even more. It was pretty far away. And they go there, and the boy's like, I used to live here. I had my wife and children. And like, they go to the graveyard, and then he says, like, this is me. Like, that used to be me. That's my name.
That's crazy.
And the parents are just like shocked by it. And the reason that they really indulged in the moment is because they wanted their son to kind of let that rest and understand that that was his past life, and to kind of focus on his current life. But it was just astonishing.
Absolutely.
As he knows all these details. He can tell you who his wife was, his kids' names. And I think that's awesome.
There's a lot of documented stories about kids that have memories and things from a previous life. I saw one particular episode of, I don't remember what show it was.
Yeah, and that's okay.
But this particular kid had a birthmark on his head. And from when he was a child, like early ages, still, just starting to put together sentences and stuff, he would tell his parent that that's where he was hit. And then when he got a little older, that's where he was hit, and that's how he died, was getting hit right there on the head.
Oh, wow.
And then he would describe things, and they went and he described a home and things, and just creepy stuff. Just creepy stuff. There's also documented things with people saying that, oh yeah, when that I used to be on a big ship like that, like looking at World War II carriers and things like that. There's,
Yeah, but then they know all the details.
Then they know the details, and it's impossible.
And you're just like, what?
Oh my goodness.
Like, there's no way you learned about that at school. You're too young. And it's always when they're like really young.
I really remember one story about a kid who remembered being murdered. Not a nightmare, not a movie. He just insisted it happened to him in a previous life. So from when he could speak, he was telling his family that he had been a man who was killed during a violent argument.
Oh, wow.
And he described being struck in the head with an axe.
Oh, there it is.
Yep. And buried in a secret location. And of course, a lot of adults, they just dismiss it, childhood imagination stuff, but the boy refused to let it go. He could even name the village that he said he had lived in before, describe people that he claimed to know. He reportedly told anyone who would listen that his body was still there, hidden beneath the earth. Eventually, a group of curious villagers decided to test the story, and the child led them to the location that he'd never been before.
Yeah.
Without hesitation, he pointed to a specific spot and said, boom, that is where they buried me. So when the villagers began to dig, what they uncovered sent a chill down everybody. A human skeleton, buried to the ground, head crushed where the axe had hit him. Same location that the boy had a birthmark.
Oh, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's, but
he was able
I'm
to,
sure he had like a sense of relief. Like, finally, like, look, I'm not crazy.
Yeah,
like,
I'm telling
here's
you.
the evidence.
Not only that, he was able to point to, because, I guess when you're energy, you're kind of floating around, whatever.
Yeah.
He was able to point to where they buried the murder weapon, and the murder weapon was discovered as well.
He like came back, gave, this falls into like reincarnation coming back.
Is that evidence? Is that evidence of reincarnation?
And to
it can't just
solve,
be a bizarre coincidence. Not like that.
Solve his own murder.
That's crazy.
That, what do you guys think about it? Like, let us know.
I'm telling you
what
guys.
What insight do you have that we don't?
It would be great to hear from some of you guys about some of these things because, I have a few stories. Why we started this podcast is just because of our experiences and the people that we know. And the rest of it is research, Yeah. But it'd be great to actually hear some firsthand encounters.
That's always our favorite. You could even be on our podcast.
Come on down, guys. If you in Mountain View, for sure. We usually have dinner. Not today, but we usually have dinner.
Not today, yeah.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's crazy to think that none of this can happen. You know what I mean?
I think both can exist. I think, it's just like people who choose to partake in any type of organized religion, right? Or that don't. I do think that, there is no evidence of reincarnation yet, is the way I like to say it. But there are some things that are just unexplained.
Unexplained.
And you and I are just drawn to them like a fly to a light. So,
a moth to the flame, guys.
Oh, that's even better. But it just, like I know some of you guys have experienced it, and I just want to hear about it. And with your consent, share it. Because I just think that's the best.
Do it.
Definitely brings a sense of community. We're a weirdo collective.
A weirdo collective, guys. A weirdo collective that is frightened by ghostly children. Because I'm not lying to you, it scares me. It scares me more than adult ghosts. And I don't know
Really?
why. Yes. Adult ghosts are threatening. I'm going to get you. I'm a boogeyman. I'm going to threaten you.
Oh, okay.
But child ghosts, they're usually, to me, they're more unsettling. It's a completely different fear. It's a different creepiness. They're expected to be playful and curious and alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would imagine that most of them don't understand that they died.
But when it's in a ghostly story like that, it feels wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the other part that, they went too soon.
Yes. Playing ball and rolling the ball back and all those different things that that are documented. And it's crazy. You hear a small laugh, like a little giggle in a room, tiny footsteps, and there's no children around. I don't know. Those are the kind of
random toys in your house that you've never seen.
Yes. All of a sudden the Jack in the Box, ding, 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 and it's out of nowhere. Like, what?
You're like, where'd that come from?
I would rather you just jump out of the closet, than creep up behind me with that little kitty stuff. No, I don't like that. That's just me though, guys. You can have a different opinion.
You're all, do you?
I'm telling you. I think those images challenge our expectations, what we expect, I think it really, maybe it even taps into some of my deeper fears about loss and memories and truly the unknown. They don't have the experiences and things that adults do. So they're the baby rattlesnake. They're the baby rattlesnake that they don't know how much venom to inject. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay. I could see that fear of like,
I don't know. It just creeps me out.
They don't know what they're ghostly possible of doing.
Have you
right?
ever seen Pet Sematary?
No.
Stephen King, an amazing writer. If you're out there, Mr. King, call in. Stephen King, I used to read Stephen King all the time. As a matter of fact, in high school, I was in honors English class, and they would allow us to choose novels and things to read. And I had our group, we read Christine, and we read Pet Sematary, were two of my favorite Stephen King books, right? Anyway.
Okay.
Pet Sematary.
Look at you diving into the nostalgia.
Look at me, guys. Look at me being all
nostalgic about Stephen King.
Here it is. Everybody stop listening if you don't want any spoiler alerts for Pet Sematary. But here it goes.
Okay.
The basic gist. Cat dies.
Oh.
They try to bring the cat back.
Uh-oh.
The cat comes back.
Oh.
A small child dies. Dad's couldn't handle it. Buried the kid in the same spot to try to bring him back like they did the cat. Comes back. A little different though. He's a little different.
No.
But those type of things though, when you see the creepiness of those kids,
yeah.
Will you come and play with me? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No, thank you. No. Nay. Those are the kind of things that creep me out because they don't know. They don't have the experiences to know that, all they know is, and there are multiple documented cases that paranormal investigators and people with the dawn, right, have gone and investigated areas and that demons sometimes pose as children. Because what's your first instinct when a child needs help?
Help him.
Exactly. So if I was a demon trying to get into your psyche, get into your whatever, and pull you into whatever I want to pull you into, if I can imitate and emulate a child in distress, what's your first instinct?
Help him.
And then I got you.
Yeah.
So
like,
that's the whole thing.
It is the biggest, like, Achilles heel that any empathetic human has. I definitely agree with that. I'm just thinking about the time that, you know, we went on a ghost tour in Nevada, in Goldfield, Nevada, to the school. And before our tour guide said anything, I was like, oh, I sense something. And like, I was like, I don't want to go in there, but I'm going to push through. And I pushed through and I could see a small little boy cradled in fetal position, just terrified to be there. And in case you ever wondered what my apparitions look like, it looks like people, but it feels like a dream state. It doesn't, like, I am aware that what I see, what is there, not everybody sees.
Yeah.
And I just remember, like, oh my God, there's a little boy here. And then the tour guide was like, oh, funny that you mentioned that. And then told us the story of how a little boy was probably playing hide and go seek with friends, or, you know, how he ended up in that room is unknown, but they had a cool delivery and he was buried alive.
I hate that.
And so yes, like, could an evil demon just do that and
yes,
lure me in there? So the
Yes.
same thing could happen to me? Absolutely.
I'm telling you guys, I think it's because kids are often seen innocent and harmless, maybe even pure, right?
Yeah.
But what if that's the perfect disguise for something super evil?
Yeah. Like, I mean, the king says it best, right? The king of rock and roll, the devil in disguise. Looks like an angel. No copyrights. Sorry. Forgot. Can't sing.
Oh man. I don't know, guys.
But, you know, that's us being believers, right? But, you know, the skeptics would say that, like, cryptomnesia, which is a memory based where forgotten memory returns without being recognized as a memory, causing a person to mistake something as new or supernatural. So it's like subconsciously, right? Maybe you saw it on a show, maybe you heard about it, but you weren't actively focusing on it. Therefore, it feels new to you. In relation to ghosts and mediumship, it is frequently cited by psychologists as a natural explanation for people who claim to channel spirits or speak in foreign languages. So I'm like, is it just that phenomenon? You know, but I love that. I love that there's a terminology for it.
Of course.
Right. So, of course, I like to dive in deep to my research. So I went on Google Scholarly to see psychological perspectives on this. And what I found was an article that discussed that maybe due to childhood trauma, the development of paranormal beliefs exists. So although it can be cultural and it could be due to that being my bias, right, in believing in these things, but it could also be that the hypervigilance and dissociation and just being heightened sensitivity to the environment is because of just childhood trauma. In my case, it would be generational trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like, just trying to break that apart. And again, not to be confused with like actual diagnoses such as anxiety and some, you know, the different types of schizophrenias, right? But instead, like, maybe that's where like hearing things comes from, and like maybe the, like, being hypersensitive to the energy, to the vibes of rooms, and that hypersensitivity did come from childhood trauma. And so as I read the study, of course, it was really long. The attention span was difficult, had to take a lot of breaks, but I got through it. And essentially there is no direct correlation, but they do want to continue to investigate. They think it's more cultural, and it becomes an explanation of the feelings and the way to logically think about something. And so I thought that was very interesting. And I wanted to put that out there. So
it is interesting.
So today, more researchers are exploring questions about consciousness, intuition, and human experience that were once considered separate from spiritual discussions. I believe both perspectives can coexist. Our world is beautiful because it isn't black and white. It's more of a spectrum. And we talk about that on the show all the time.
True.
I may never know why I exactly experience the world the way I do, but I'm going to continue exploring those questions and sharing the journey with all of you. And I'm so thankful, Arturo, that you have made a safe place to talk about it. Because for so long, it was a part of me that I would not express. But it's really cool to just see the fact that it's very validating, that I'm not the only one. There are more people that were in the same fear I was of expressing and sharing their experiences.
You are not the only one.
I think that's so cool. Where are my people at?
Oh man. It's interesting that you say all of those things about children and things, but I'm curious, does that make them more susceptible to possession? And I mean, they're obviously open more.
Yeah.
There's more documentations of them being aware of any type of spiritual or entities or whatever. Does that make them more susceptible to danger? I don't know.
See, there is that belief. It's very interesting. There is that belief that it's like that you're seen as like the weakest link. But I actually think it's the opposite. And maybe it's because I'm in denial. But it's the idea of, because you are so open, you also know intuitively what isn't right. Like to me, justice is so important. Like I right away know if something isn't for me.
Right.
I'm even more aware because of the hypervigilance, right? And hypersensitivity to my environment. I'm more likely to not be in danger. And it's not like a voice is telling me. It's like this inner knowing. And I'm explaining it the best way that I possibly can, but please tell me if it doesn't make any sense.
No, of course it makes sense. I get it.
It's like I just knew it. I just know things. And I can't describe how I knew it, but it has to be intuitively, because it's like, it's not words. It's just like, oh, I knew that. Maybe it's like a feeling.
Maybe it's because you have the gift. Because as an example, I don't know if I would intuitively know if I was approached by whatever type of a entity, demon, spirit, call it whatever you want. If I would intuitively be able to like determine that or figure a way to protect myself. Maybe that's the difference. And maybe there's something out there that understands that about me and didn't open me up to all of those things as a protection. Like, who knows?
Oh, I like that perspective. That makes a lot of sense. Because, as you remember, when we were in that high school, well, all level school, there were rooms that I told you I can't go in there.
Oh, yeah.
And it was because I was afraid of that entity to show me what it had seen and see like that I can't handle. It's because it's not possession, right?
Sure.
Possession is one of the worst things that could happen, but it's seeing their perspective, and so it would according to psychology, it would be dissociation, because you like are no longer present and you're seeing this as like a dream. You'd be like
living it.
Yeah, and then
you would be reliving their trauma.
Yeah, and I just since I didn't sleep very well, I was like, that's not a good call for me.
Because you didn't sleep well.
Did not sleep
I
well.
wish you guys would have been there, man.
Woke up like 18 times.
Oh my goodness.
Every time a ghost came into our room.
And I don't know. We talk about kids and things like that, and I still am kind of stuck on the fact that if they mimic, children and things like that to gain trust and to lower the defenses of some adults, like people like you and me who, we work with kids, we want to help, we want to make sure that they're okay, that kind of thing. It makes me want to think differently about if I do encounter something that's, of course you gotta try to help, right? But it's so weird. It's such a strange thought process.
I fear the living more than I do the dead.
How do you know that it is the dead?
Because, unfortunately, in real life, evil people will use children to lure and rob you.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, do you believe in demons?
No.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
See, and I do. I do believe that there are demonic and some type of entities and things out there that might not actually be human or human spirits or whatever, but something a little bit more sinister, something a little bit more evil. And my thing is that there are demonologists and paranormal researchers out there that claim that these malevolent entities, that when they do mimic children, it's to gain trust. It's to lower defenses. It's to lure people closer, to be able to do things like possess, etc., hurt, harm, whatever.
At this point in life, I don't believe in demons in the concept of something being completely evil. Do I think there are entities that have evil intentions? Absolutely. But I wouldn't put them in the category of demons, because I think that I believe you create your own demons. And this is like having the self-doubt, like feeling crazy for so long because I am so, quote unquote, sensitive to the environment around me, because I have dreams that then come reality.
Perhaps we're just applying a label to the same thing.
I think so. I think we're saying the same thing, but in different ways.
Because if we're both just talking about evil.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like whether
does evil exist? Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. This conversation tripped me out.
I think the term that I would use instead of demon is, I would use the term trickster. Do I think there are entities that are tricksters? Yes. Do I think that they use you for power? Yes. And then we get into, help me with this word, poltergeist?
Poltergeist, yeah.
And we get into that category.
Wow.
Because remember, energy is
infinite, guys. I'm going to put that on a t-shirt.
But we should do hoodies because, summer's only so long. We're getting into fall.
Well, we'll see. Maybe if people start to email us at ESPOOKYSTALK@gmail.com, maybe we'll throw some out there. Maybe we'll start a merch. We can start some merch.
Yeah.
Sell a few things. Maybe give a few away to our number one fan, David. I don't know, guys. I don't know why so many of these ghost stories freak me out and feature children and stuff like that. And then I have to work with them all day long,
I think you're just a little jaded.
I think I am jaded.
Just a little bit. Maybe. Your biases, is how you say multiple, are showing. And I think that I'm overly hopeful. And I just think that I've gotten to a point where I've seen so many things that I can't explain. And, as you know, I had survivor's remorse for so long, but I've come to acceptance because I've been listening to my cosmic forecast.
We all have.
And how it's been telling me to leave the past in the past. And, I'm here. There's a reason for it. Let's go find out what it is.
Let's go find out what it is, guys.
Let's go find out where it is. So with that, send Arturo $1 for his birthday. Just $1.
Man.
99 cents. Keep a penny.
99 cents.
For good luck.
Let me tell you what I did, guys. for my birthday this year, everybody comes and asks me, what do I want for my birthday? And, my answer to that is real estate. But, I often...
I want a haunted house too.
There you go. But I appreciate everything. I appreciate just well wishes and thoughts and, happy birthday shout outs and...
Oh, for sure.
Maybe some t-shirts for my extensive collection that I have and things like that. But I put up my Venmo because I have a new thing that I think I want. And it's going to sound kind of crazy, everybody. It's a 2-person, like a e-bike trike.
Oh.
So that when we go to places like the Clown Motel in Tonopah, Nevada, when we were hitting up all those ghost towns like Goldfield and things like that I could park the car and just cruise around on the bike.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And then Lori and I could cruise around together.
Yeah.
So I put my Venmo out there and I'm trying to raise $2,100 to buy this thing. So if everybody listening, all 9 of you send me $1, I will be that much closer to my goal. So if you feel the need, guys, go to our ESPOOKYS Talk page on Facebook. And I think I actually did, you can see a picture of me and Lori at the Tonopah, Nevada cemetery.
Yeah.
And things like that. And a picture of the bike that I'm going to get and my Venmo. So feel free to send me
we definitely
a
need
something.
We definitely need to go see more places. I know we talked about a place up north where there's more dead people than alive. This seems like a place I need to move to.
Oh man, they say people are dying to get there.
I am.
Oh, guys.
All right. With that, I think we're getting close to the end.
We are close to the time, guys.
I feel it.
And you're right on. You're right on, But tonight we were talking about some crazy, unsettling subjects, paranormal folklore, ghost children, I don't know, guys. It was chilling. It was chilling to me. And
I even threw scholarly articles because we talk about everything at this table talk. And again, I'm a believer, but I tried to put myself in the shoes of a skeptic. As you can tell, I'm getting tired. And it's just because it's so important to me to see all perspectives, but I do want to wrap up by saying that there is an actual day known specifically to children who have passed.
Yep. Culturally, are you speaking of something similar and close to Dia de los Muertos?
Yeah, it's within that same week, but it's Dia de los Angelitos, which would be November 1st. November 1st is specifically to honor children who have passed on, known as Dia de los Angelitos. And I think that's so beautiful because, on that day you decorate your altar, honoring the children with what they loved most.
Maybe one of these days we'll do
lots of candy because all kids love candy.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe one of these days we'll do an episode about the cultural significance of Dia de los Muertos because a lot of people out there probably don't realize that it's not just one day.
Yeah.
It is several days, and it goes to people who have passed, kids who have passed, your pets that have passed. I think it's a full week, of remembrance. And you're right. It's it's so beautiful.
Yeah. There's no better way to honor our dead than to remember them.
Yes.
And watch the movie Coco. Disney, don't sue me. I'm helping you out.
The Book of Life.
There's a couple of them out there. The Book of Life is so nice. The animation is insane.
Even Lori's over there smiling.
She's like, yeah, let's put it on.
She likes both those movies.
Me too.
I just think it's a great way to remember, and then the colors and stuff. And I don't know if any of you out there have any type of like information, or if you had any experiences, or just if you have a perspective that maybe we're not really touching on and you're interested, and you're in the Mountain View area, Mountain View, California, Bay Area. Hey, maybe we get together and do a podcast together. Just hit me up. I'm being for real. I have my unit that I used here in the house, but I also have some mobile units and things that we can go. And I have done some interviews out there, and I would love to hear you guys and have you on the show.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
I think it'd be awesome.
We get to go on a trip, meet somewhere.
Absolutely.
Where you feel most comfortable.
Absolutely. Yeah, not everybody probably would feel comfortable sitting in a stranger's apartment.
Table. Sitting around the table.
The table. Although sometimes the food's really good, guys. Just throw it out there.
Right.
But my bruja's correct, guys. We have come to that time. And my little alarm has been going off for about 6 minutes now. So I tell you what. ESPOOKYSTALK@gmail.com. Hit us up.
Tell us your story.
Tell us your stories. But tonight, as you venture into your room to lay down for your nightly slumber, please be sure to look under your bed.
Lock your closet doors and your mirrors.
It's a spooky time.